is a tortoise shell Japanese binding, or Kikko Toji, one of the most beautiful patterns you can create with step binding. If you've already tried the 4-hole binding or the noble binding, this is a wonderful next step to make your notebooks look more decorative. Hi, I'm Joanna and welcome back to my missredfox paper art channel. If you enjoy bookbinding and paper crafts, feel free to subscribe so you won't miss the next tutorials. Thank you. Let's take a look at this pattern now. So, the tortoise shell binding, or Kikko Toji. It is a variation of the 4-hole binding. It has the same 4 main holes, like here, but also a second row of holes. You'll have something which is presumed to look like a tortoise shell pattern or little houses if you like. And if the rest of your book is here, this row of holes is exactly in the middle between this line and this line. So at least this is how I like to punch them. The rest of the spaces are based on how large your book is. For example, for a larger book, you'll have larger gaps, and for a smaller book, you'll have everything tied together. But the idea is that these gaps are identical, and these gaps are identical too. I will put the pattern into the description so you can download it and adapt it to your book size. For this binding, you will need more thread, like in the 4-hole binding and in noble binding. And you will have, again, to measure all these gaps and multiply by 2 because you have to make the binding identical on both sides and take into consideration the book thickness as well, and then add about 20 centimeters just to be sure. It is always better to have a longer thread than a too short thread and have to make a knot. But of course, the length of the thread depends on the size of your book. I will start from the back side, as always, into hole number 2, from the back side to the front side. Leave a tail of about 5 to 10 centimeters and secure it in place with a little bit of tape. And then just go over the spine and again into number 2. And we will move to the left first and then make this part. And the idea is that you have to build all of these little houses during your way to the left and then to the right. So we are in hole number 2 and we go to 2A from front to back, over the spine, again into 2A, and in number 2 again. So you have the first half of this house if you want. Then into 2B, over the spine from front to back into 2B again, and close this diagonal gap and go into number 2 from back to front, and you have your first little house. And then we'll move through the left into number 3 and repeat the whole procedure. Over the spine into number 3 again, pull tight, into 3A, over the spine from back to front, 3A, into number 3 again, and the first half here is done. Then from back to front into number 3B, over the spine again, and into number 3. And the second little house is done. Now to the left from back to front, number 4, over the spine, forward to 4A, over the spine again into 4A, and into number 4. Take care not to put your needle through the existing thread. So this is why you have to see how large you make your holes. If they are too small, there would be a problem with the needle getting through and too much thread in each hole. So just pay attention to that as well. So 4 into 4B, over the spine, again into 4B, and close this diagonal gap, and we are done. Now we just have to go over the edge here into number 4 again. And now we can move to the right. From 4 into 3 on the front side, from 3 into number 2 on the back, now into number 1, over the spine, again into number 1, from 1 to 1A, over the spine again, into 1A, and into 1 from front to back, on the back from 1 into 1B, over the spine, 1B again, and into number 1. And now over the edge, like this. And the missing gap is between 1 and 2. And I now want to secure my thread underneath one of the existing ones. Just like a little knot if you want, so it doesn't slip out when you put it back into number 2. So into number 2, pull tight, and now you can make a knot. To have a secure one, left side over the right side, pull tight, and right over left, pull tight, and then you can cut. And now you have this same pattern on the back side and on the front side. So this is the finished tortoiseshell binding. As you can see in this example, I've used it here to make this book with chiogami paper from Japan with golden details. So this is why I used golden thread to go with it. I think it's a very elegant and beautiful pattern compared to the basic one, and you can use it to make special projects or books like this one. If you'd like to continue, the hemp leaf binding, or Asanoha Toji, is the next step. It is one of the most intricate and detailed patterns in step binding, and I will show you how to do it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if so, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos on bookbinding and paper crafting soon. If you have any questions, just write them down in the comments and I'll answer them as fast as I can. Thank you so much.